Who presents this woman to be united in marriage to this man?
Her mother and I.
You may be seated. Before we begin, Antoine and Shawnee would like to pause for a moment to remember those who can't be present here today and those who are no longer with us, especially her grandmother, Rita Ford. As we begin, Antoine and Shawnee would like to take a moment to especially thank and recognize their parents. These are special people who helped raise them into the adult persons they become today, and equipped and embraced Antoine and Shawnee towards their hopes and dreams, and welcome their new spouse into their hearts, their homes, and their lives. As Antoine and Shawnee begin this next chapter of their lives together, we'd like to simply pause and say thank you. We gather as a community, family, and friends, and feel ripples of excitement and tremors of joy as we celebrate the marriage of Antoine and Shawnee. God has created a world of harmony, soaring birds, towering trees, brisk wind, animals of all kinds, each unique, each in relationship and harmony with the others. God's first gift was breathing life into humans and turning us toward each other to live in equality and unity. Antoine and Shawnee have come here to affirm their love for each other and enter into this sacred union. Marriage is a gift. Marriage is an opportunity for love to be learned. Marriage is a journey in which we as the travelers are faced with many choices and are responsible for these choices. Marriage is a call to servanthood. Marriage is a call to friendship. Marriage is a call to suffering. Marriage is not an event but a way of life. Marriage involves intimacy in all areas for it to be fulfilling. Today, Antoine and Shawnee, you come together bringing all of you to this marriage, all of your wonderful parts, all of your hurts and pains. You especially bring today all of your hopes and dreams for this marriage. In preparing for today, Shawnee, Antoine shared, I knew you were the one for me because on our first date, I excused myself, second date, I excused myself to the bathroom, and you secretly picked up part of the bill. You're perfect for me because of your smile, your big eyes, and your beautiful spirit. And Antoine, Shawnee shared, I knew you were the one for me because you still give me butterflies. And you're perfect for me because you're caring, loving, and a great one. You both have tremendous faith in each other as you trust your future to the other's care. And you have excellent reasons for believing you belong together, but you have no guarantees. Instead, you stand together about to accept on faith the challenge of creating the future together. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for. You marry in faith that God has called you to live as one, and you promise to be faithful to one another in big things as well as small. Your constant faith in each other will give form and substance to the beautiful hopes you have for your future. Faith is the conviction of things not seen. Unless you're an unusual couple, at times your marriage won't look anything like the vision you celebrate today. You may not feel much evidence of the love you now feel so keenly. At such a time, remember this moment. Remember the hopes and dreams that have been entrusted to your care. Marriage begins with a leap of faith that says, I will, before an unknown and unknowable future. Marriage is about being full of faith or faithful to one another. Faithfulness respects each other's ideas and feelings, keeps each other's secrets, guards each other's dignity, and honors each other in public and in private. Faithfulness is built from 10,000 minute acts of trust and trustworthiness. In such faith, you'll find the fulfillment of all the hopes and dreams you have today. May God bless you both. Amen. Antoine and Shani, have you come here freely without reservation to join together lawfully in marriage? If so, say, I have. Before God and family and friends, I ask you to affirm your vows to each other as you enter into this covenant of marriage and begin to share all the joys of this new relationship, whatever the future may hold. Antoine, do you take Shani to be your wedded wife, to live together in marriage? Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and health, and forsaking all others, be faithful only to her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And Shani, you take Antoine to be your wedded husband, to live together in marriage. You promise to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, for better or worse, for richer or poor, in sickness and health, and forsaking all others, be faithful only to him for as long as you both shall live.
I do.
May I have the ring? These rings are an outward and visible sign of the invisible truth which binds two hearts in one. As such, they are the symbols of the enduring and unending quality of the love which is now expressed between Antoine and Shani. Antoine, repeat after me. Shani, this ring I give you
This ring I give you
is my personal gift,
is my personal gift,
my personal promise
my personal promise,
of love, trust, and pride
love, trust, and pride,
that you are my wife.
that you are my wife.
Shani, repeat after me. Antoine,
Antoine,
this ring I give you
this ring I give you
is my personal gift,
is my personal gift,
my personal promise
a personal promise
of love, trust, and pride
of love, trust, and pride,
that you are my husband.
that you are my husband.
These are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you that are holding yours on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together we build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief fills your mind. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow, tears of joy. These are the hands that will help you hold your family as one. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged, will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. A part of the Christian heritage is the taking of the bread and cup, as Christ did at the Last Supper, a coming to the table of God and sharing the very spiritually significant experience of communion. Antoine and Shani have chosen to take communion after they say their vows to acknowledge the place that their Christianity plays in the relationship and the role that faith will play in helping them to be faithful in the vows they recited. As the Bible tells us, Christ gathered his disciples the evening before he was taken to the cross and shared a meal. This meal was different than the others before it, but Christ asked that they make special note of the occasion. Christ, knowing of his faith, wanted to ensure that each disciple understood that his presence was not fleeting, that Christ was to remain with them always in their hearts, souls, and minds, so that they would not forget the unity of spirit. He asked that they take the bread and cup together in a spirit of one. Even as you eat this bread, do so remembering me. And they eat the bread. Christ said, even as you drink this cup, do so remembering me. And they all took the cup. The taking of a meal together, especially when remembering the life and sacrifice of Christ, ensures that we do not forget that we are all one body, one blood, and one spirit, and that the breaking of bread and sharing of a cup is more than nourishment or the quenching of thirst, but the sharing of ourselves. 1 Corinthians 13:4-8 says, love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. Please join me in a prayer to bless the marriage. God in heaven, you ordained marriage for your children, and you gave us love. We present you Antoine and Shani, who have come this day to be married. May the covenant of love they may be blessed with true devotion and spiritual commitment. We thank you for giving them strength and courage to keep their vows. Thank you for helping them to create for their family a peaceful, stable home of love as a foundation on which they can build their lives. When selfishness shows itself, grant generosity. When mistrust is a temptation, give moral strength. When there's misunderstanding, give patience and gentleness. When suffering becomes a part of their lives, give them a strong faith and abiding love. Amen. Antoine and Shani, in the future happy occasions will come as surely as the morning. Difficult times will come as surely as the night. To say the words love and compassion is easy, but to accept that love and compassion are built upon patience and perseverance is not easy. Antoine and Shani, as much as you've declared your willingness to enter the state of marriage with each other, declare the same in the company of God and these witnesses. By the virtue of authority vested in me as ordained minister by the state of Florida, I pronounce you husband and wife, united in the pure and holy bonds of wedlock. What God has joined, let no one separate. Go forth in this life as husband and wife with the blessing of God. Be loving, patient, and kind, and above all, forgive one another as God has forgiven you. It's my pleasure to introduce to you all for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Slade. Antoine, you may kiss your bride. Antoine and Shani would like to keep all being present on the most special of days. The bridal parties will be taking pictures this time, so the family, please stay close for group photos. Everybody else, we're going to have appetizers and drinks and moving to the reception here before too long. So just hold tight, okay?